to the Come Along with Travel series, where we talk about specific travel destinations and experiences. We get tips and recommendations. And I mean, I just get all up in the deets, all up in the business with whoever I'm talking to with their trip details. So today we have Rashanna. You all, if you've watched before, you've kind of indirectly been introduced to Rashanna, but I'm going to let her come to us in her own way and tell us about herself.
Okay, well, as Christy said, my name is Rashanna. I am 1/3 of the 1000 Club, of the 1000 Club podcast with Christy and a previous guest that Christy had, Courtney. I consider myself an around the way girl, going around the world. As you see behind me, I have like a beautiful map, abstract map, because that's just what I want to do. You know, I want to have a bunch of experiences. I love to travel, and I especially love to learn about culture through food and dance.
Yeah.
So, hey,
Yes. So Rashanna just recently came back from Jamaica. You can see she got the Jamaican vibes.
yes,
I'm
see the
loving
tan,
it.
see the tan, see the
It is
glow. This is the
lit.
real me.
Yes. And you have Caribbean roots.
I do.
So I
I
know that's
do.
probably you felt probably really close to home. But let me just say, I'm probably like the only person who has not been to Jamaica. So I want
Mhm.
to know all of the things, everything, because part of these convos is that I gain what I need to know to figure out if I want to go to that destination or not, what to do. And hopefully, this is helpful to whoever is watching as well if they are thinking about going to Jamaica or any of the destinations featured, or if they are thinking about taking a trip, they can figure out where they want to go. So, where did you go in Jamaica first? Where did you
Mhm.
stay?
Mhm.
Give us all the deets on that and why you decided to stay there.
Okay, so let me just add this caveat here. As Christy mentioned, I do have Caribbean roots. My father and my father's family, they are all from Barbados. So while I call myself an American gangster, but Caribbean princess. And so my idea of Caribbean travel isn't necessarily just staying on a resort and enjoying the beach and the drinks and all of that. My idea of Caribbean travel is really experiencing the Caribbean, as I said, through food, dance, culture, the people, everything. So this was my second time going to Montego Bay, Jamaica, and I stayed at a resort again, even though I swore last time I was not going to stay at a resort. I was just going to stay at a local hotel. But when your friend is celebrating their 33rd birthday, you know, you have to go with the plans.
Mhm.
The first time I stayed at the Riu Palace, I love the Riu. I would definitely recommend it if you are looking for a party vibe. This time I stayed at the Hyatt Zilara Rose Hall, which is, I would say, maybe a mile and a half down from the Riu. There's pretty much a strip where you have like all of the different resorts and things. And this hotel is definitely a more romantic vibe. There were a lot of, you know, vacations going on, honeymoons going on, couple vacations. And so if you're looking for that, the Hyatt Zilara is a good option. Also next door, as most resorts in Montego Bay, they have a family side, which is the Ziva. And so that is how I chose to go to Montego Bay. I chose to celebrate my friend and go wherever she wanted to go. That's why I ended up staying at the Hyatt Zilara Rose Hall Resort. The food was amazing on the resort. I have to give them that. Yes, I have to give them that. The food was really amazing. The drinks, if you've ever been on a resort, you have to know how to order. The drinks are always watered down. So you need to order your drink and then you need to order a straight shot or double shot of whatever liquor you're drinking. So it can really have some effect, you know?
That's a good tip. Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
Well, it
mm-hmm,
sounds
mm-hmm.
like Rio if you want to party
Yes.
and not for a vacation. That's for more like a girls' trip, guys' trip.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, you can definitely do a vacation at the Rio if you're looking like if you and Bay are turn up, you
Mhm.
like I said, I felt like the Ryu was more of a party resort. And so their food was not great, but their party, the atmosphere always felt very turn up. The Zilara is more like an entertainment. So they had a lot of entertainment for us, but it was not that same feel of like, yes, it's more sexy.
Okay, okay. And
Mhm.
so the Hyatt is all inclusive. Did you say that?
Yes, the Hyatt Zilara is an all-inclusive resort.
Okay.
Yep.
So did the Hyatt, you said they had entertainment. Did they offer other activities? And then what else did you all do while you were there?
Yes, the Hyatt definitely had other activities. They had like parties. They have, your normal aqua exercise that you get at any resort. And I said any resort because the Hyatt Zilara isn't just in Jamaica. I believe there's one in Dominican Republic and there might be one in Mexico. So as you know, with these chain resorts, you kind of get the same thing everywhere you go. Then for 4th of July, I did miss that. They had like a band, they had face painting activities. There were a lot of different things that my friends participated in on the resort. So in terms of what we did, I have to admit, I do have a local friend in Jamaica. And so I spent half the time on the resort and half the time in Tower Hall. And y'all know that's real local Jamaica. And I appreciated having the double version of the trip because, as I said, I am an island girl at my root. I'm not a fan of resorts at all. Like, I like the idea. I like a hotel. Don't get me wrong. I like to have my bed made and have room service available, but I want local food and all of that. So for my friend's 33rd birthday, I have a travel business that not only plans transportation and lodging, but it also can plan, we also plan itineraries. And so we did a boat cruise with the Aristo.Cat tour. Shout out to Aristo.Cat. That's RIS, Aristo.Cat. I mean, K-A, I knew I was going to mess up. K-A-T. Aristo.Cat Tours and my travel business United Family Organization. We specialize in connecting people globally. And so we're going to support Black business even abroad. So what many of you watching may not realize is that on many islands, a lot of the excursions and activities are not Black owned. They are owned by white people who either live on the island or do not live on the island. So it's really important for me to find Black owned businesses so I can support the local culture there. And we did a 3.5 hour boat ride, if I'm not mistaken. It was pretty cheap. I think it cost like $1,300 for all 9 of us. And that's the price for up to 12 people. And so we were able to be on the boat ourselves. And that made us feel better because, we are still in a state of COVID. We know the status of all of our friends. We know, the vaccination statuses of all of us. And so we were able to rent the boat out. We had a great time. The crew loved us. They were really surprised that we knew the music. And I should also add that the people I travel with are all pretty much first generation, Americans as well. And so we love listening to reggae. We love listening to soca. We also paid for a birthday package for the birthday girl, which included a champagne toast, cake, and balloons. And then for an extra $200, you can pay for the professional photographer that is on board. And once the boat cruise ends, you get a jump drive with all of the pictures that you took that day. So that was one event. And the second event was a photo shoot at the resort. So if you know resorts, they always have an on-site photographer. And it's like, and people ask me what a resort is like. If you've ever been on a cruise, it's a cruise on land. So it means you just get everything. Just like you take the photographer comes around at dinner, they take pictures. The first night we did plan a birthday photo shoot where we all wore shades of melanin because her favorite color is brown. And we called it Love Me Brownin'. If anyone listens to Buju Banton, that's one of his famous songs. And that was a lot of fun because for your birthday, you want to remember that and you want to get pictures with all your friends. You also want to feel yourself a little bit. So those are the activities that we did or that I planned on the resort. Off the resort, I had my friend, he took me around to the different places in Jamaica. He took my friends, so we got to go to a marketplace where I was able to buy this really nice craft representing my sorority. I'm a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. He did have all of the D9. So go visit him. He's been making crafts for over 40 years, and he does them by hand. And if you ever visit him, you'll be able to actually see him doing it as you're there. My friend also was able to get a really nice handmade bag that a woman crocheted, who's been doing that for over 40 years. And so that was really nice. I got to see the island where the planes land. I also had some really good food because my friend can cook very, very well. So I definitely got some peas and rice and some snapper and vegetables, and it was amazing. I know that's a packed trip, right?
Yes. I mean, so it sounds like one, we need to get with United Family Organization because you have the connect
Yes,
in Jamaica to the
yes,
local, like authentic
yes.
experience there.
Mm-hmm.
First off, let me go back to the photo shoot, the melanin shoot. I love the
Yes.
aesthetics. I saw the pictures on
Oh,
Instagram.
thanks.
So nice. Like I really love that. That was beautiful. With the boats, I saw little snaps of that. That looked a
Yes.
lot of fun. I loved it. Did it
Yes. We had to
come with
fast forward, because it got a little crazy.
I mean, that's how celebrations are,
Yes.
especially when you're
Mm-hmm.
on a boat, a private boat at that.
Mm-hmm.
Did
Yes.
it come with drinks or were you able to bring like your own food and drinks?
Yes, so it actually, you can bring food. They do provide snacks like plantain chips and stuff like that. I can't believe I just said plantain. Plantain chips and everything. And it does come with a fully stocked bar. And they can make specialty drinks for you. Aristo.C.I.O.N, I would definitely recommend them if you're traveling to Jamaica. I know there are others, but as I said, Aristo.C.I.O.N is Black owned. And I actually learned about it because I was looking for a Black owned boat experience for my friend because she had brought to me another boating experience. And I actually found it on one of the City Girls pages. And so, of course, the City Girl, she was able to rent the large yacht. We were on the catamaran, the small catamaran,
Okay. No
the
problem.
small catamaran boat. But the bartender, from the bartender to the coordinator to the lifeguards, it was awesome. The other thing I did want to mention with the catamaran is that we went snorkeling. And so we were able to actually jump off the side of the boat. We were able to see all of the beautiful, beautiful tropical fish that have they're all different colors. We were able to see the coral reef. They were able to find I can't think of what it's called, a sea urchin. And I was able to pet the urchin, go down and got it for us. And so that was really, really a great experience. They also stopped at a local hotspot, which is Margaritaville. I am not a fan of Margaritaville. Sorry to, I forget who owns Margaritaville. It's somebody famous, but sorry to them. Margaritaville is great for tourists. So I would definitely suggest that, if you want to go to Margaritaville, but it's not my scene. If I go to Jamaica, I'm not there to hear American music in Jamaica. I'll Jamaican music, Caribbean music. So we decided not to go to Margaritaville in exchange for being able to stay on the ocean a little longer and listen to the music that we want us to listen to.
Yes. So you spoke about food. What do we need to make sure that we get when we go to Jamaica? Because on the resort, like you said, you're not always going to get like the true authentic food of the place that you're in. So what do we need to make sure that we have when we're there?
So it depends on where you go. As I said, if you go to the Rio, you're not going to get good, authentic Jamaican food. Their menu is strictly for European palate. If you go to the Zilara, they actually do have really good Jamaican infused food.
Okay.
So I would say anything great. But if, of course, you're going to have your rice and peas, you're going to have your curry chicken or your curry goat, where you're going to have your snapper. You're going to have, your stewed vegetables. And so those are probably the biggest things. Yes, you can also have your jerk or barbecue jerk. I know a lot of people like that. but yes, if you go off for breakfast, find a place that sells some ackee and saltfish, you know, and you can get some kalaloo on the side. That's a good breakfast. They also eat curry chicken for breakfast, which I thought was interesting because I've never had curry chicken for breakfast. But when I asked my friend, he said that is something that they do. You know, you can have chicken any time of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely do that. And definitely try their rum. I was a fan of Appleton, but I learned that Appleton recently, while I was there, I learned that Appleton recently sold to a new owner. And I guess the product, the quality is not the same. So, but you can try it. You can also try Ray and Nephew rum. That's one of my favorites and one of the strongest ones. And my best friend, Courtney, she actually said the coffee was really good.
Mm-hmm.
And my other business, I'm helping someone start a coffee business. And I learned that Jamaica has really high quality coffee. So if you're a coffee drinker, you should probably try to visit one of like the coffee farms or something like that.
Okay. Okay. And speaking of cocktails, you came with a little libation. Tell us about it. Was it inspired by your trip, or was there like a drink like that, a local drink like that there?
No, but it's more like it's like a Caribbean inspired. So
Sure.
Bacardi rum. Now Bacardi, you know, that's Puerto Rico. And then I do like coconut water. That is something that I did learn in the Caribbean, that, you know, just a splash of coconut water goes a long way. And then, but for the color, you know, so it matches with the outfit, you know, I tried to match. I just added the passion fruit capriccio, which is like the sangria.
Okay. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we got a mixologist over here.
Yes.
Okay, so final tips and recommendations.
Definitely go out the resort. They say, I do want to talk about this because I know I just put it out there that, you know, I do have a friend there. So I met this friend my first time in Jamaica, and I'm just going to talk about, I don't see enough travel people talking about this. If you are going to meet someone, okay, number one, know that it's always a risk. So I'm not here promoting. There's really no like real way to reduce your risk, but there are ways to be more safe about it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you want to make sure you at least get to know the person. My friends and I, we always share our location. So whatever phone you have, someone in the group has to always have your location.
Mm-hmm.
We take pictures of IDs. We take pictures of car license plate. I even go as far to like text as I'm going wherever I'm going with like different street signs that I see, different landmarks that I see, so that people know exactly where I am at all times. And if someone can't adhere to that, then, you know, you just can't go with them. If you, it's always safer, of course, to go in pairs. And we also have a code like word or code text. And just so you all know, like, you know, the word or text shouldn't be like pineapple. You know, we try to think like, what if someone was standing over you right now? If you text pineapple, that might alert them, right? So we have something that is very natural, but we know that if that is text or that is said on the phone, that means no, come and get me. Yeah, so I did just want to talk about that because we can't act like that doesn't happen when people go away. And I'm not promoting it for a number of reasons because it is risky. Also, I don't want to further promote the stereotype that the Caribbean is only good for, you know, as some people think, just to go and have a good time with the locals. But yes, it does happen. You meet guys, you meet women, you know, and you're like, y'all just connect. It's like, oh yeah, we want to take you here. We want to, you know, we want to go here. So and do that would be a tip. And I would also say it's the best tip for getting a local experience, because even sometimes the drivers that are available on the resort, they're going to take you to places that are touristy. They're not necessarily going to take you to where they live or where they eat, you know, and stuff like that. So that is one of the things that I would highly, highly, highly suggest. And I think that's my biggest tip. Is really just get off the resort, whether do it with a local, or whether you find, Google some different places. You can always Google off the beaten path. There's different travel blogs that talk about this. You can always find people who live there, search the hashtag Jamaica and see, who lives there and what they're doing. And
Mhm.
go to some of those places because you want to support the local business, often. I mean, I don't have to explain this, but I'm an advocate at my heart. Supporting these resorts, a lot of that money doesn't see the people. And I'm not saying don't stay on a resort, because one thing we did learn, I was able to speak to someone, for Jamaica specifically, hospitality is their number one source of revenue. So when we don't travel there, we do we do hurt the economy quite a bit. There are a lot of people who depend on those jobs. And so we want you to go to resorts, but as you're going and you're spending your money, find some local things to do to support the mom and pop shops.
Yeah, those are really good tips, really good safety tips. Really good tip as far as, yeah, just really supporting the local economy and just getting outside of the resort, because you're really not getting an authentic experience, a true experience of a place when you're on a resort. So I know definitely if I'm going to Montego Bay, I'm gonna hit Rashanna up, I'm gonna hit UFO up. Now you all
Yes,
watching, you have a link to her connect. Maybe she can
yes,
connect you. And so
yes,
you have
yes,
a local Jamaican that could give you the true
yes.
experience that could
Yes,
connect.
transportation and food. So if you're one of those people that are in a home and you want that Airbnb B&B experience and you're looking for a cook, yes, I know that also.
Yes, you the plug. You
Yes, I'm
the
the plug.
plug.
United Family Organization. Follow us on Instagram at United Family Organization.
Yes. And tell us about your other business. Where can we find all of your socials?
Ooh, okay. You can find everything at Bossy Quad. That's my personal page. It is public. That's BOSSZQU, the number 4D. That is where you can follow my journey. As I said, I'm just an around the way girl going around the world. I do have a project management, strategy consulting, and philanthropic business, which is Vocal Action. That's underscore. That's at Vocal Action. And of course, I have the travel extension that is a part of Vocal Action. And I have an upcoming, just labor of love, really, extension around property ownership, which is the Pink Toolkit. So, but you can find everything at Bossy
Okay. Well, y'all make sure y'all check that out. Thank you so much, Rashanna, for having this convo with me.
Thank you.
I am definitely motivated and inspired to go to Jamaica at some point. I don't know when.
Yes.
But yes, thank you again. And I'm sure that I will be talking to you a whole lot more because you are this around the way girl traveling around the world. Did I get it right?
Yes. Yes. Around the way, I don't want, wherever you post this to. But
Yeah, I
yes.
don't want to take it down because it just gets started. But thank you, y'all. Stay tuned for the next convo. Peace out.
Peace.